Coming up on football tonight, it's a city showdown on the south side. The Cardinals welcoming in Central for a Week 2 non-conference game. Plus, up in Savannah, the Savages taking on East Buchanan. One team will walk away 2-0. And in 8-man football, it's a battle of two top 10 teams. Number 6 LeBlond hosting number 2 North Andrew. Highlights from these games and much more coming up on Football Tonight.
Welcome into Week 2 of KQ2's Football Tonight. I'm Mitchell Riverall, joined by Chris Roush. Chris, watching that intro,
Gets you excited,
yeah,
huh?
I really liked the intro. I don't know who did it, but they did a really good job.
You made it. You made
the
intro.
it. I did, yeah.
Okay, that's how we're starting the show.
That's how we're starting.
Yep, all right. Welcome into football tonight, and we've got a lot to get to.
Yes.
Week number 2 of high school football in Missouri. Week number 1 in Kansas. They get things rolling this week. But we got to start here in town on the south side. Cardinals and Central from Sparksville. Second quarter, Central up 13-6. Stone Wetlaufer drops back, goes to his right, down the sideline. Brock Williamson makes the grab over his shoulder. Central deep in Cardinals territory. A few plays later, Wetlaufer to his right, back across Nathan Mincy. He releases out of the backfield, barrels his way in. Touchdown Central. It's 20-6 Central at this point. Kevin Keaton's defense needing a stand later in the second quarter. They get a couple of them. Cardinals get to Wetlaufer in the backfield, collapses the pocket, nowhere for him to go. Benton gets the sack, but Central's defense really good tonight. Keeps the Cardinals off the scoreboard in the second quarter. Central takes a 20-6 lead into halftime, and guess what? They're now 2-0 on the season. They win 47-13. In Lafayette, Fighting Irish on the road tonight, take on Pleasant Hill. Rough night for the Irish in this one. They fall 63-7.
And in Maryville, the Spoofhounds looking for their first win of the season. They take on visiting Harrisonville. Spoofhounds rolling out 35-0 after the break, and quarterback Drew Quinlan drops back from the gun, rolls left, finds Don Allen right down the middle to move the chains for Maryville. And next play, Quinlan again, why not? Drops back, gets a little pressure, rolls left, this time pointing up to see if anyone is open. He connects with Allen again. Spoofhounds inching closer and closer to the end zone, and it's just the Quinlan to Allen show this drive. Drew finds his man once again, this time for 6. Maryville gets their first win of the season, winning 49-6 over Harrisonville. Now the Cameron Dragons getting their first win in the West Belt era, beating KC Southeast 22-6, and in Kirksville, Chillicothe falling 40-14.
Still have a lot of football to get to tonight, so don't go anywhere. Stay in your seats, because later on we take a look at a top 10 showdown. Bishop LeBlond and North Andrew.
And East Buchanan takes on Savannah in a cross-class matchup. Don't go anywhere, because we will be right back. Stay tuned.
You guys on?
Yes.
Hey, Coach. Yeah, we're going to highlights,
Hey,
and
what's
then we will be out to you right after the highlights.
All right.
Hey, Coach, can you turn your phone
Other
horizontal? Yeah, other way, yeah. Whatever way. We can't see you yet, so.
Thank
yeah, there
you.
it is.
That works.
Thank you. Welcome back to Football Tonight. Chris Roush, Mitchell Ribberall, and we've already got through most of the MEC, not quite just yet. There's still one team we need to get to.
Yes.
Go ahead. You want me to take this one still?
Yeah, no, I got you.
Okay.
We might as well get started with this one. We head up to Savannah. Savages hosting East Buchanan Bulldogs. Late in the second, Savannah up 14-7. Midway through the second, Ethan Dudek takes the snap, draws back under pressure, but gets away and will finally be taken out of bounds at the Bulldogs 30. And the flags fly. Looks like a little face mask there. Savannah in scoring position. Dudek hands it off. K. Chappell, and he gets in the end zone for another Savannah touchdown. PAT's good. Savannah leads 21-7. East Buck trying to get something going late in the half. Trevor Klein takes the handoff, bounces to the outside, doesn't get far, and Bulldogs forced to punt it away, and Savannah marches down. Field goal, just over a minute left, hits it. Savannah up by 17 into the half. East Buck now trying to make a comeback, but falls short. Savannah goes on to win this one 24-19.
And we're now being joined by the head coach of the Savannah Savages, head coach Anthony Hayes. Coach, 2-0 now on the season. Congrats on the win tonight. Just how much confidence does this group have right now out to this 2-0 start?
Yeah, we're excited that we're 2-0. Obviously, we have a lot of stuff we need to correct, and every team does, but it's a lot better when you're 2-0 to correct those things, and just become a little bit better football program. So, we're excited. We're pumped. That was a good win tonight of a very quality team.
Yeah, Coach, first half you guys went up 21-7, couple touchdown lead. Second half, it kind of slowed down for you. So what would you like to see improve just from that second half into next week?
Yeah, you're right. We wanted to come out and prove a point that we can play with a top-tier program. Obviously, East Buck is a top-tier program, number one in the state, defending state champs. I think they'll have a great chance to repeat. And so I think my kids accepted that challenge of let's go out here and let's prove that we can play with the top-tier team. And then I think we let the gas pedal off. We also had a couple little injuries and had to change our style, and it became kind of run out the clock. And also you got to give credit to the East Buchanan Bulldogs. They're not going to go away. That's why they're defending state champs. So we thought we would be in for a dogfight, and that's what it ended up being. But we found a way to win 2 weeks in a row. Actually, we found a way to win, and I think that's what good teams do is even through the adversity, you find a way to get that W in the end.
And Coach, talk about that finding ways to win. If you're a team that's playing maybe a lesser team and early you can get one and just kind of put it away, what's it say about this group that they know how to find ways to win? And we talked about, I think, in the preseason, a lot of returning guys this year, so they've had experiences maybe on the other side of those games, but now they know how to finish those off and find those ways.
Yeah, we're going to have a theme for the year every year, and I've done that for a while as head coach. And our theme this year is believe. And I think I just want our kids to believe that they can win. That's half the battle, is just thinking that you can go accomplish what you set out to accomplish. And I think they've really rallied around that. I think they are starting to, your belief has to see some fruits of your labor, And so I think it's awesome that we've had this chance to win 2 close games against 2 quality opponents. And I think it's part of it's because they've bought into that mindset that we're going to expect to win around here. And I think with the 2 close wins we've had, that belief is just going to snowball. And I hope it equals more wins and more meaningful games down the stretch.
Yeah, and Coach, we just have a quick minute with you left, but Ethan Dudek, I mean, it seemed from the highlights, I obviously wasn't there, but he was able to keep the play alive. Could you just talk about his performance today?
Yeah, Ethan played his heart out. We needed him tonight, and he made it happen. You know, he did some really special things to prolong plays, to extend plays. He got banged up in the third quarter, and that for a series we had to put our running back in a wildcat set, and he came out there and he limped through the last 3 or 4 drives because he wanted to be the leader on the field. And so I was proud of him, not just in his play, but in his leadership and his fight that he showed tonight. So hopefully it's just something that he just needs a little bit of rest and some ice, and we'll get him back on the field. But I thought that he was a warrior tonight out there. You know, he was in some pain, but he finished that thing out for us.
Coach, congratulations on the win, 2-0 on the year. Good luck next week, too.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Anytime.
All right, go to more KCI scores after the East Buchanan game. West Platte getting a 21-6 victory over South Harrison, and Lafayette County defeating Lawson 56-19. Let's go down to Fawcett. Dragons hosting Holden in non-conference play. Opening drive, Clancy Woodward takes the handoff, picks up a first down. Dragons running the football really well here on this opening drive. Moving the ball, moving the chains. Xavier Rumble, a touchdown. Mid-Buchanan 7-0 with nearly a 6-minute opening drive. Holden's first offensive drive, nothing really going right for them. Mid-Buchanan on the punt, gets in the backfield, blocks the punt. They will take over deep in Holden territory. That punt block leads to this. Dragons put on the board more points with Hayden Alquist from 37 yards out. Mitchell Wibrow wishes he could kick like that. It's good. Mid-Buchanan picked up their second win of the season with a 20-14 win tonight.
Up in Trenton tonight, the Bulldogs defeating Lathrop 35-0, and the Gallatin Bulldogs beating Hamilton 40-0. Heading out to Maysville after a big win in Week 1, the Wolverines hosting the North Platte Panthers tonight, and both defenses doing their jobs early in this one, keeping the game scoreless through most of the first half. Second quarter, 3rd and long for Maysville. Chris Gabbard drops back to make a pass, but North Platte's Jesse Williams able to break through and get the sack. Panthers next possession, quarterback Colton Kirkham under pressure, rolls right, throws it deep to Caden Mullendor, who leaps to make the grab. Nice snag there, and with seconds left in the half, Kirkham steps back, throws deep to the end zone, able to connect with Mullendor again for a touchdown. Panthers go on to win this one 20-0. And in a GRC KCI crossover, Plattsburgh taking on Polo. This one ends in a 55-20 Polo win. And don't go anywhere, because when we return, we continue with our coverage. We head over to Kansas for Week 1 of football, starting over on the other side of the river.
And we also head over to 8-man football when there's another top 10 matchup this week. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Football Tonight. Welcome back to week 2 of football tonight. Chris Roush, Mitchell Riberall. He calls himself the 8-man football legend, and it's now time for 8-man football.
It is time. I don't know if I've ever used that nickname.
Prime time you have.
Sure, all right, and I think it is time to get into 8-man football, and we're going to start right here in the city. Over to LeBlanc, the Golden Eagles taking on North Andrew. Second quarter is where we pick up 14-8 Cardinals. Braxton Linval drops back, finds Gunnar Lawrence for the Cardinals' first down, moves those chains, and then the handoff to none other than Hayden Ecker. Ecker gets through the middle of the defense, and that's a North Andrew Cardinal touchdown. LeBlanc on offense now. Landon Gardner drops back, finds Jackson Segrist, who sheds a tackle, gets the first down for the Eagles, moves their chains, and the LeBlanc faithfuls loving the offensive plays lately. But North Andrew on defense comes alive right here. The pitch out, the toss. North Andrew forces the fumble at the 1. Cardinals recover. And North Andrew ends up going on to win this one 64-36. Cardinals start their season with back-to-back wins against top 10 opponents.
Up in King City, the Wildcats bouncing back with a 66-0 victory over DeKalb. Albany moving to 2-0 in the year, and South Polk also grabbing a win tonight, beating Southwest Livingston.
And over across town to St. Joe Christian, the Lions taking on number 5 ranked Worth County Tigers. Early in this one, Levi Miller drops back, steps in the pocket, finds Jacob Clayball, who breaks a tackle, moves the chains. Lions can't score though. Worth County now. The handoff to Levi Casaval, who has nothing but daylight in front of him. That's a touchdown, Tigers. Now it's Clayball in the gun for St. Joe Christian. He drops back, fires deep to Cy Carlson. A perfect spot for the throw. Great catch. Touchdown, St. Joe Christian. But from there on out, it was all Worth County. The kickoff deep finds Casaval. He fields it, and he does it again. Bobs and weaves through the defense and gets through for the Tigers touchdown. Worth County wins 92-12. St. Joe Christian falls to 0-2.
275 conference game tonight. East Atchison rolls past Nottoway Valley 64-6, and the Wild Cards from Stewartsville Osborne defeats Mound City 40-12. They are now 2-0 on this early season. All right, up in Platte Valley and Rockport, up in Hopkins tonight. Platte Valley trying to go 2-0 to start the year against 1-0 Platte Valley. Early in this one, Rockport trying to move the football. That one incomplete. Blue Jays kind of struggling in this one to move the football down the field. A little bit later, they try again. This time, falls incomplete. Platte Valley gets a chance with the football. And guess what? They're able to move it. They do it well running the football. Give it to their fullback. He fights his way in. That's a touchdown. Platte Valley goes on to win this one tonight, but it's 54-16. They move to 2-0 on the season. And joining us now is, he's not in his car.
Oh, he's at home.
Oh, hey, Devin. Oh, that's new.
I made it home. I made it to a house.
Nice.
This week.
He made it to a house. Very good. Devin Albertson, 8-man football expert for us here on Football Tonight. Joining us, you were at North Andrew LeBlanc. Quite the
Correct.
top 10 showdown. I knew what I was saying. I don't know why you had to say correct like that. You just tried to correct me.
I think he's waiting for,
The first question?
Yeah.
Devin, thoughts?
North Andrew dominated the line of scrimmage. Very good up front there. Jacob Chittum and company. I think Ecker ran for over 250 yards. North Andrew just kind of dominated the line of scrimmage. Gardner played well for LeBlanc. I like their skill guys. It's just too much beef up front for North Andrew for LeBlanc to handle.
Yeah, and LeBlanc had a couple nice drives when I was there for a little bit, and North Andrew forcing turnover on the 1, and it kind of seemed like, I don't know, the momentum was all to North Andrew. What did you see from their defense?
North Andrew's defense kind of just flew around. I know Gardner, they ran the option play a couple times there, and Jacob Chittum is a big defensive end, and he hit Gardner a couple times, even when he gave the ball, just kind of making sure his presence was known. So North Andrew, they're going to be a really good football team all year. I expect big things out of North Andrew. I know they got a couple of games here going forward that they should be heavy favorites in before they get late in the year. Week 8 versus Worth County is kind of a big one I have circled for them.
Devin, heard it last week, too, when it comes to the Cardinals' defense. Is it for real, kind of what everybody's been talking about the first week? Obviously, King City, a big win tonight. Coming back and not allowing King City to do much and not allowing a good LeBlanc offense really to get much going either.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to run a whole lot on North Andrew between, as you said, Chittum, the Goff kid. Once they get Eichner back, who's probably their best linebacker, they'll be even better against the run kind of deal. There is some things against the pass where if they don't pass rush doesn't get there, they can be had in the passing game. But you're hoping to connect on some 40-yard bombs. It's kind of tough to rely on to move the ball consistently versus that defense.
So a typical 8-man offense where you're just going to throw it about 40 yards and, to see who's the fastest guy to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Landon Gardner can do that for LeBlanc. I saw it a couple nights, him and Carell connect on some deep throws like that because they're good athletes. But it's hard to sustain offense that way.
Devin Albertson, our 8-man football analyst, who corrects me when I get where he is. That's a thing that happens, and Mitchell corrects me all the time too. So nothing new. Devin, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Devin.
Yeah, thanks, Evan, Chris. Bye, Mitchell.
Still to come, more football here on Football Tonight. We head across the river over to Kansas to look at week 1 of high school football.
As well as Troy Trojans, we will take a look at Riverside, who is looking to start their season off with a win. Stay tuned. Football Tonight. We'll be right back. Welcome back to week 2 of Football Tonight, and we finally get a chance to go over to the Kansas side of things.
You love Kansas.
I do.
It just takes a toll on you sometimes.
Sometimes. No,
Sometimes it
love
does.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Love Kansas.
Well, you have to pay tolls.
Yeah. I learned that pretty quick.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did. Yeah, you
Yeah.
pay tolls.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Oh, and it's all you.
Okay, I'll take this from here.
All right.
We get things started over in Kansas tonight. Early second quarter, Beckham Griffin takes this one outside for the score, pushing the Cyclones lead to 21-7 over in Wathena. Jefferson West trying to keep it close, but Cyclones defense isn't making it easy. Massive hit by Todrick Duncan. Next play, Tigers QB Tucker Holtzis tries to fit this one in, but mama, there goes that man again. Duncan jumps the route for the INT. Cyclones coaching staff hopes to keep the momentum going, but after Cyclone turnover, Tigers moving the ball here as Cole Gilbert picks up at 8 yards on this pass and catch. A few plays later, Tigers on the doorstep when running back Samuel Broxterman secures a touchdown. Cyclones still up 21-14.